I will forever say I feel so bad for NFL draft prospects. Just because when they get drafted, right, it's like either fans love them or fans hate them. And there's usually no in between. And it's kind of crazy because you got to think about it like this, right? You just get drafted to the NFL. Your first chance to actually be somewhere where you wanted to be for the longest time in your whole entire life. You spent your childhood, your teenage years, all preparing for one goal to make it to the NFL. You busted your butt, you did everything you could possible. And the second you get drafted by a team, you're either considered this was a great pick and I'm happy to have you, or this is an awful pick and I can't believe that they picked you up. It's a weird feeling. I'll be honest with you. It's a very weird feeling, I feel like, as from an NFL player perspective. Where it's like, oh, sorry, a draft prospect perspective. Because it's like, what? What's going on here? I want to contribute, help the team out, do the best I can for the team. And will be people who just simply hate you because they think you're not good enough for the team. You're not correct for the team. You're not what we need. Like, it is crazy and insane at the same time. And I am so happy I'm not a draft prospect because I can't imagine the amount of stress and anguish it is. Because the second you go out there in the season, if you don't look perfect and something goes wrong, or let's say you have a slow start, which is very possible, every single person on social media is calling for your head. Every single person on social media wants you off the team, wants you cut, wants you fired. You can make the smallest mistake and it's considered, this is why they shouldn't have taken him. This is why he's a bust. This is why he's trash. This is why he's garbage. It just happens with every single draft prospect, which again, just minds why I would never want to be a draft prospect. So this happened over on Facebook, and shout out, by the way, to an amazing, and I mean amazing, Twitter user in Bengals graphics. Love this page. Follow it. All the tweets are golden. But anyway, they posted this, which is from Facebook. And you already know Facebook is an interesting landscape when it comes to certain things. But someone posted, should have never picked him from the sound of that. He doesn't want to be on the team. Unless he's just cocky and thought to himself, I know I'll get picked, and wasn't too surprised, I don't know. But I don't like the attitude. And I'm not sure what they're referring to. I haven't seen like the initial post. But at the end of the day, again, does it matter? Not really, no. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the original post was. It's just, again, talking crap about a prospect. And until they play, until they live the career here and they play a couple years, there's really no reason to ever, in my opinion, talk crap about a prospect just yet. Maybe in the future, maybe one day, maybe if you're like, well, after a couple years, this guy didn't pan out for us, he didn't work out for us, whatever. But not this early on, right? So, again, like I said, I'm not sure the exact context of this, but based on what it says, it sounds like there was a sound bite, or maybe something was said, like a question, or a statement, and it revolved around McKinley Jackson. And this was said, and now this person is taking it as he's cocky, and he thought to himself that he'll be, he wants to be picked. He doesn't sound like he wants to be a part of the team, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of other crap, right? And that's why, again, the internet is so amazing, because everyone takes different things different ways. So he responded, right? And now, listen, he could have been there and said, blah, blah, blah. I don't care what you say, you're wrong, or you're a piece of crap for even inferring it that way. Instead, he just said, I'm very excited. Hashtag Houday. And I think that's the best short, sweet, and to the point thing you can make. So I say, whenever someone does, maybe takes you out of context, maybe says something that you say, and they take it the wrong way. He could have sat there and been mad and upset and said, no, you're wrong, that's not what I meant, and you just did this, and this. But instead, He didn't do that. He just kept it short, sweet, and to the point. And I do like that. I do very much appreciate that because at this time, that's what I always say when I say to be a Bengal, you have to handle yourself like a Bengal. Houday culture is not sitting there acting like a 3-year-old child and responding to every single person that says something negative about you and being upset and throwing and yelling at them. That's not how Houday Nation goes, okay? That's not being a Bengal. And that's why Eli Apple, while I did love Eli Apple, he wasn't really what being a Bengal was about. He never was. Because he was always the guy on social media talking trash, saying crap left and right, and that's just not how we work. We work and show you how good we are, right? That's why, again, the Cincinnati Bengals mayor, another reason why that whole crap with, Burrowhead, which, again, I still think is funny, but at the end of the day, there was no place for him to go up there and say that, right? Because at the end of the day, we don't talk trash. We show you how good we are. We show you why you should be scared of us. We prove to you why we're a good team. So we show it on the field rather than, flapping our gums, as they would say. So I do love this response. And this response makes me like McKinley Jackson even more. Because what this shows me is not only does he have the character not to sit there and banter back and forth with someone who clearly is upset with what he said, he has the, mentality of saying, you know what, I'm just excited to be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to, get ready, get started, get into training camp, get into everything going. And again, like I said, that there's a mentality, and I think Joe Burrow does it best here, but it's also mentality when it comes to life is if you can't say something nice, don't say something at all. Don't say anything at all. But it's also the mentality of no reason to start something that for no reason. And that's kind of what we see here. And again, like I said, I don't know the full context to what was said and whatever, but whatever was said was interpreted clearly in the incorrect way, right? And I'm not saying this coming at the person on Facebook here. They gave their opinion, and everyone has right to their opinion. Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has them, and sometimes they stink, sometimes they don't stink. But at the end of the day, they gave their opinion, which they have the right to do. But, again, McKinley responded, and he has a right to respond as well. So, shout out to McKinley Jackson for, again, showing why he is a Bengal, showing why he was, correctly picked, in my opinion. And I'm still very confident and happy about picking him. I think he's going to be a great Bengal. I think he is going to help us with run defense. And I think he's going to play very good at the next level. So, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.